Welcome back for our last piece here at Performance Research in Columbus, Ohio. It is time for this guy, our 455 Pontiac, to get out of here. It is time to go get painting. So we're going to get this guy broken down off the engine stand here and loaded in the back of our truck, transported back over to the shop. Last bit, little cleaning, and then we're going to get this guy painted. We're going to go with a 1970 Pontiac blue. If you're a Pontiac person, you know that there are all sorts of different blues that Pontiac used over the different years, so make sure you use the proper one. Now, this is a 1972 motor. It is going in a 1970 Pontiac. My prerogative, I don't care. I'm going to make it the correct color for inside that car. Nobody's going to know the difference, and we're not going to tell them. So it will be 1970 Pontiac blue. We're going to leave the intake manifold painted the way that it is. As you can see, we have gotten our signatures on the intake manifold. Now, what I would love to have done was get our signatures across the heads or somewhere that we've done a lot of the work. We didn't actually do any work on the intake manifold, but there's no really anywhere to put signatures on the block itself or on the heads where you'd ever see it. There's going to be your air compressor bracketry here and your power steering and alternator bracketry on that side, so there's just physically nowhere to put it. So we got our signatures here. Rob, Bob, Joe, and myself are all signed on here. It's been a pretty bittersweet moment to get this motor done and to see it finally finished. I'm very excited to get it done. It's been an experience over here. I really enjoyed these guys, and I really appreciate all the hard work they've given us. This motor is going to mean a lot to me, and I'm really excited to put a lot of miles on it, show it off, what we've been able to accomplish with this thing. So I wanted to get everybody to sign it so we could keep this in perpetuity, remembrance of all the hard work and what went into this thing. So thanks to Joe, thanks to Bob, thanks to Rob for all the hard work and all the work you did on this guy. I know it's the ugliest thing you guys have run in here in the 50 years you've been in business, but I really appreciate it. We did order a new set of valve covers that are actually engraved with the Performance Research logo on them. Instead of these old Edelbrock guys, we're going to run a set of really nice looking valve covers just to kind of help set off the motor and help people to realize that it's not just an old crappy 455 sitting under the hood of this thing. So anyway, we're going to get this guy loaded up, and we're going to get it back to the shop, get some cleaning and some painting done. Unfortunately, our tire we normally put motors on when we're picking them up and dropping them off from the engine shop has been absconded out of the back of our box truck. However, I did find a small section of tree, so we're going to use that to brace the motor with these tire stops. And maybe a couple of ratchet straps. That should do the trick. So, with this motor now on an engine stand, and it's a Harbor Freight engine stand, so it's not one we really trust, we've installed a handy-dandy board on the front to take a little bit of the weight off the back. Side note, we actually have had one of these things split a head off of one of these engine stands and slowly drop a big block Chevy to the ground, which terrified everybody in the shop. So no longer do we trust these little guys, but they are nice and cheap. So Harbor Freight engine stand being used with our support board, high-tech fix. First thing we're going to do here before we get ready to paint this motor is we're going to pull this intake manifold off. As you can see, we have all of our signatures from Rob, from Bob, from Joe and myself on this motor, and I want to protect these. So we're going to clear coat this intake manifold. We're going to leave it the bare aluminum coloring, but we're going to clear coat it so that way we can protect it for time to come. So we're going to take the intake manifold off. In order to get that off, we've got to take a couple of bolts off, pull this off. We're going to wrap the distributor and then start doing a little bit of cleaning. And then from there, we're going to start painting this guy. So it's going to go through a little bit of a quick and dirty paint job. We're not going to get crazy on this. I'm going to prime it first with a Duplicolor primer. Let it sit. Maybe lay another layer of primer over that. Let it sit for a little bit. Scuff sand it a little bit. And then we're going to lay down our proper 1970 Pontiac blue. Quick plug to Duluth Trading Company and their fire hose work pants. These are the Flex hose. They never let me down. They never fall down. And I can still hold tools in them. Awesome pair of pants. Intake manifold bolts, bag. Organization. Intake manifold is off. We used some brake clean to clean off all of the residual dust, a little bit of schmutz that was on there anyway. You want to do, when you're painting these things, make sure they're as clean as possible. Now, because this is mine and not for a customer, I'm not going to cross every T and dot every I. This is not a concours restoration. It's also not something that I want to make look completely perfect. So, I'm not really that worried about it. We're going to clean it up as best we can. Obviously, there's still a lot of remaining paint from the previous paint jobs that are on there. All of the intake manifold holes have been painted, or have been closed off. The exhaust outports of the heads have been cleared off, or have been taped off as well. That way we can paint everything. We are not going to use these valve covers when we run this motor, so I'm just going to paint over them. So everything on this thing is going to be beautiful Pontiac blue. However, first we use primer. Duplicolor Automotive Self-Etching Primer. Excellent stuff. Before you do anything, handles heat. Also allows the adhesion of paint much better than just spraying the paint on bare metal. So this will go on. We'll put this all over everything. Let this cure. Put probably another coat, maybe another coat, and then sand it a little bit to get a nice smooth finish. And then we start laying the paint down on top. So a little bit more involved than what most people typically do, but we want to make sure this thing looks nice. It's not going to be a showstopper, like I said, but we want to make this thing look good. One coat, one can. Let this stuff cure for a little bit. On to round 2. All right, on to can number 2. That's it. Can number 2. Empty. Let her cure. We'll give her a rub down with some fine grit sandpaper. Clean up some things a little bit here and there, but otherwise going along. And then it's on to blue paint. Moving along. Third can's a charm, right? Here we go. Gonna do one more can. She's looking pretty green. Pontiac's not supposed to be green. However, the next color is Duplicolor DE1616, which if you've ever been a Pontiac person, you know it's very important to paint the color correct color blue. Pontiac had like 8 different blues they used over the years. DE1616 is a light blue metallic, so it's got a little sparkle to it. So that's what color this motor is going to be, which is the proper 1970 paint code. So we're going to throw down one more layer of primer, and then when this thing is still wet, we're going to start laying, or not wet, but flashed, we're going to lay down our first coat of blue. So this thing is about to start turning blue. Probably not going to be able to reuse these spark plugs. Alright, I cash out this can, laying one more little coat down here on the belly pan, and let this flash for a little bit. We want it to get not wet, but slightly dry and still tacky. Once it's at that phase, we're going to lay down our light blue metallic Pontiac. That's it. Can number 3 cashed out. I would like to extend a thanks to Don for leaving his shop light out and available for me to steal it this evening. So there you go. She's dried, flashed. Still a little tacky, but easy paintable. So we're gonna get our Duplicolor 1616 Pontiac Blue Metallic. You can shake this guy up, lay down a couple of coats of paint. All right, here we go. Ooh, look at that metallic crystallization. The nice part is it's a nice, warm, random evening here in March in Ohio. So it's actually like 55 degrees out there. So it's proper painting weather. It's also not windy, which is weird because normally our back of our shop is quite windy. But today, the gods are smiling on me and want me to get some painting done. See what she looks like on this side. Look at that. Beautiful. Pontiac light blue metallic. I know everybody's got their favorite paint colors. Sugar orange and even going black on things. But to me, pretty light blue metallic is tough to beat. Who doesn't like having a little extra sparkle? Am I right? Sparkles. Thanks for the help with the headlights there.
Hey, I thought you could use some light.
Thanks. Nothing to light up the scene like some headlights off a 1965 C10.
They're a little dim.
God, I can almost read my watch from those.
Are they on brakes?
Thanks, I'll just use one of these. Note to self, don't drive that truck at night.
Oh, there's the regular ones. Yeah, they're much worse.
Yeah.
And you're getting overspray on my car.
Yeah. Rich Lucore, always the helper. Wonder if Don enjoyed his fishing. Playing with his rod and his boat. Alright, I'm going to get this, lay this level down a little extra thicker. And this should be the last coat. And yes, I am painting over a brand new set of ARP chromoly bolts. Yes, I did. My respirator is failing on me.
Your beard, your beard-like respirator.
That's why I'm not wearing one.
That'll be the next big thing is a respirator that looks like a beard.
Or one that fit a beard would be nice.
Yeah, that would be hard to do. They have full mask helmets.
Yeah, I'm not quite at that level of dedication that I need a respirator helmet. I'm not a fireman. I'm also not cutting off my beard. Public health disclosure. I'm doing this of my own accord.
Don't do this at home.
I'm not being forced to do this. Don't do this at home.
Wear a respirator, it's better for your health.
Right. You won't end up with sparkle lung. Fat guy going down.
I'm going to take your mood lighting away before it kills the battery.
That's
if
a good
it's
idea.
not dead already.
I don't know. I'm not going to be able to see much of anything without that extra 6 lumens. No wonder people died in those old vehicles so much. Make sure you paint your weep hole. Got my weep hole painted. Wouldn't want my weep hole to not be protected. I think I'm good with it.
Push it inside, let it cure out. You're done spraying. Oh.
Missed.
Chain link fence.
All right.
I like what you're doing it in the dark. You can put it in the shop. It would be so lit.
Why do this the easy way? Yes, I did remember to mask off my distributor. No, I did not remember to mask off my distributor wiring, which is right here. So yes, even my distributor wiring is Pontiac blue. There you go. My Edelbrock valve covers. This will probably be the last time you ever see these guys. They're gonna go the way of the dodo, I think. All right, let's get her inside, let her cure for the night. There you go. Voila. I like it.
Look, you can't even see my run.
Nope. That's a wrap. So there you go. Engine is painted. It is back in the shop. Rich helped me out immensely here. He installed a paint run for me. I couldn't have done that without him. We're going to wrap this episode up here. Quick and easy one. Just getting the engine prepped for installation. So I'm going to let this thing cure overnight. We'll come back to it tomorrow and make sure that everything's good as far as the finished paint work goes. And then it's time to start hanging stuff on this thing and get it ready for installation in the car. So hopefully you've liked this one. As always, drop us a like, drop us a comment, and hopefully you subscribed. If not, please do so. You can see this project come together as well as a whole bunch of other stuff we do. So we'll see you next time.